If I'm talking to someone, I have a conversation and I say I'm Muslim, it's like, oh, I'm like, yes. Like, is this a bad thing? And then they say, no, you don't look Muslim. I'm like, is that it's not okay.
I don't understand why this ban is directed at the specific countries it's directed at. The countries that were being banned, a lot of them were majority Shia, and the Shias are the ones whom ISIS, Al-Qaeda, all these pan-Islamic terrorist groups are actually trying to wipe out. They're targeting them for ethnic cleansing.
I'm Egyptian, right? And I'm not affected by the ban, even though like my dad knows people when he was in college over there who like were radicalized and fought the government and shit. He knows people who the US would consider threats to national security, or he knew people rather. So it's like the ban itself, if you're gonna use the pretense of security, doesn't make sense.
You know, even if you're doing this for national security purposes, if you're not actually including the countries that are the problem, then why are you doing this?
One thing I've not understood is how someone can say all Muslims are terrorists. How does your brain decide that that's something that's okay to say?
You know, as a Shia, it's quite frankly insulting. It just creates this idea that like Islam is a monolith.
Like the word like terrorism, where you say the word Muslim, there's like almost like this automatic like picture that goes in everyone's head of like the Twin Towers crashing down.
It's so extra, and it breaks my heart knowing that people can hate so much for no apparent reason.
That's just not what we are. Like some of us are professors like my parents, or some of us own convenience stores, and some of us are, you know, moms, and some of us are preschool teachers. We're everywhere, and we're just normal people, and we don't have to be better or worse to be seen as what everyone preconceives us to be.
It's ridiculous to say that all like people there are terrorists, especially when you know that some of those countries are like war-torn, or they've had like issues, and like they're looking for a better life. How can you stop people from wanting to have a better life?
In one of the emails we got, like they said there was a student who can't come back. So that's real, you know what I mean? Like they're not a national security threat. They're a student trying to make the world a better place.
I mean, obviously there's like always going to be like some people who like radicalize and do the most and try to be very extra, but that doesn't mean that everybody's like that, because we're not.
Oh, why don't you wear the hijab? And I'm like, oh, because, you know, it's my right to choose. They're like, oh, okay. I used to think that people would ask me these questions because they were interested and they wanted to know a lot about me, but it was almost like this weird, like, silent racism where they're like, oh, okay, and they kind of like were sort of judging me on my answers. They were asking me questions not necessarily to help themselves be less ignorant, but to kind of solidify what they had thought Muslims were at that time.
If any positivity comes out of all of this stuff that's been happening, it's the intersection of different struggles. For a long time, it's just been like BLM doing BLM stuff, Muslim Students Association doing their own stuff. Like now I think they're gonna come together more than ever before, because it's been more divisive than ever before.
As we've seen, the ban was thankfully lifted. Keep calling your congressman, keep going to protests, do all those things because it works. Do what you can. As I've heard from many others, that people are the only check against the government right now. So,
but at the same time, it's like, where have you been? Targeted policing and all that has been here for Muslims. As long as allies like realize that things have been messed up, then cool, I'm glad you're supporting us now, but at the same time, don't act so surprised.
So I kind of, you know, am very wary of what people say, like, are you actually here with me, or are you just saying it because it's, you know, it's like, I want to go to a protest because I want to feel like I am here in America doing what's right. And it's like, that's nice and great, but what I consider an ally is when all those people are gone and all the signs are gone and all the photographs are gone, no cameras are there, are you going to be there with me? And I think that's really important for me, and I'm kind of learning to judge people's character based on, are they going to be there for me when no one else is around?